Glad this is not for real.
Get real estate ready with Stacey Carnes. So, talk to me about the climate of real estate in western Oklahoma. And does it really change from area to area, or are we talking about regionally speaking?
No, it does change from area to area. So Elk City to Weatherford, very different markets. Elk
Why?
City, Cordell. Well, it's really just supply and demand and then just how your market dictates it. So everyone that moves into Elk City, like say from Oklahoma City, and you can, experience this one yourself since you've done it, that everyone thinks our prices are high. They're too high. Well, that's what the market dictates. It appraises for that, so it's not too high. This is just how our market is. You go to California, their prices are high, but that's what their market dictates. So,
Hmm. So, is there much of an ebb and flow as far as that market in our area, or is it going to be kind of pricey per square foot? And that's what we're talking about, right?
right, and it's been pretty steady. So even when things slowed down in 15, our values did not drop.
Hmm.
So that's very good. It's a good investment in Elk City to buy real estate because we don't want to see our home values drop.
And so, is that when we say the market dictates that, are we talking about strictly pursuant to the availability of housing, or what kind of factors are we talking about here?
Well, that's when you sell your house, it has to appraise for a certain amount. The appraiser will come in and say, okay, this one appraised for $100 a square foot. Well, as long as houses keep selling for that price, that's that similar of a house. So say a house built in 1980 with 1,800 square feet, those keep selling for $95 to $100 a square foot. That's what the value is going to keep being.
Hmm.
So it won't go down unless people start dropping their prices.
Huh. Okay. So that's really all I need to do is just look. Y'all, just come off of it a little bit and just take it easy, all right? So, for instance, okay, we have a house. I want to get into rent properties. What recommendations do you make to the person that wants to just start buying up properties for the purpose of having some rental properties?
Well, I would suggest that you buy a house that needs some work, that needs to be fixed up. Because your rental property, you want to be able to pay it off pretty quick so you can start seeing a profit. So get into a house that needs a little bit of work. And if you can do it yourself, that's really a bonus as well. So if you can manage it, you can buy it cheap, fix it up yourself. That's the way to go.
Do you have you ever recommended an area in Oklahoma as to focus here and do this? It seems to be good for a lot of people that are getting into this. You talk about the sizes, the size of property. What is a reasonable target range as far as the size of a house, what area, this kind of thing?
For rental property?
Yeah.
Well, you don't want to do like a house that's worth $160,000 as a rental property because your value won't increase as a rental property. Unfortunately, renters don't care for the house like a homeowner would. Most of them don't.
Yeah.
So you want to get a house that's not worth as much. So you want to stay below, I would say, 75,000.
Huh, okay. And then what about Section 8 housing, HUD, this kind of stuff? Do you ever suggest maybe going through those folks to see, well, are you people selling out of your homes? How do you even shop for that?
Well, HUD homes in our area are usually foreclosed homes. So you can go on to HUD's website and see what foreclosed homes are that have come up. There's usually not a whole lot of HUD homes that come up in our area, but those are usually priced very well. And with HUD homes, when they first open up bidding, it does have to be typically someone that's going to own or occupy the property. So they don't open it up to investors in the very beginning.
Okay, so I want to sell my house. Give me the short list of stuff that I need to really focus on to get it ready to sell.
Well, the first thing is to declutter and clean your house. If you need to do some touch-up paint, spend the money and do it to make it look crisp and fresh. There's a lot of houses on the market right now, and you really want yours to stand out in a good way. So having it clean, decluttered, and freshly painted, I mean, those are great things. Cleaned up outside all the time. People are constantly going to be driving by your house.
So you're prepping your house to, put it on the market, and obviously a home inspection is something that's got to be done. How much ebb and flow is there between home inspector A, B, and C, and then let's say they come up with a couple of things, you got to get this changed. How long do you have to get that changed before ABC Realtor goes, look, I've got to check out. Why don't you just handle this and call me back when you're done?
Well, home inspections are typically done once the house goes under contract because the buyer will do the home inspection. Now, if it's an older home and I question a lot of things about it, I would suggest that they go ahead and do an inspection so we know what to be prepared for, and just go ahead and fix those items. Because we don't want 3 pages of things that need to be fixed. That scares a buyer.
Yeah, I can imagine that would.
Yeah.
Okay, listen, we've got 5 minutes before the top. We got to wrap this up. Stacey, how do folks reach you?
821-4804 or stop by the office at United Country Wilson Realty, 521 West 3rd.
Now, you also have a website.
Yes, StaceyCarnes.com.
There it is. And so the lady that's with the FCC, that's a quicker way to get in touch with this this mystery Kelly. So, all right, Stacey, thank you.
Nobody even knows what we're talking about.
That's right. Keep wishing. All right, Stacey, thank you so much. All right.